No sound. Okay.
Hello.
Now we've got sound.
Thank God I was here.
Well, that was a really good start. So I was singing my It's Wine Time song and nobody could hear me. Happy, wet Sunday.
It is raining. It was raining. I've been driving from Murcia today, and since Albacete has been raining, so it's like 2 hours under the rain. But here we are. How are you? How was it this weekend?
Yeah, how was the weekend? Unfortunately, there are no riots today. So it's less, well, we'll see. Currently less dramatic. Welcome back to another wine tasting. I am looking forward to this one of my favourite regions. But, as always, before we start talking to you about the wine, before we start tasting, we have to go through the rules of engagement. If you are drinking one of our wines, you might want to take a photo of your tasting of the wine bottle, of you drinking it, of us in the background on the TV, because if you do that, and if you do it every time, we will put your name into a sorteo, into a lottery, and you can win a prize.
Yes.
What's the best?
But they have to also upload it to the network.
We have to see it.
Yes,
the networks.
and
Fox
social networks.
And MSNBC, Fox
and
News.
tag us. And that is the only thing you have to do.
Very simple. It's been a very active.
If you do it, you can win a prize.
And
This month's prize is this beautiful magnum bottle of Detrás de la Casa.
big, sexy Syrah.
Syrah, 100% Syrah
my-
from Yecla.
See how big it is.
It's a beautiful region.
It's Yecla.
If you like big, boozy, full body wines, Yecla is a must.
Is Yecla a pretty town? Or not really? Is it more of a working town?
Depending on
Are you
how
blind or not?
wide is your view angle.
I'm sure if you're from
But it happens the same in all Murcia towns.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not because
Depending on the wide of your view angle, it can be beautiful, but there will always be some parts that you will not like.
so.
It's something I regret.
Yeah, because there's not that many beautiful villages or towns in Murcia, is there? It's weird because there's no
I
reason.
mean, there
for
are
it.
beautiful towns, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of offended people at this moment in their houses because I feel in my ears right now.
Apart from Ava, we know nobody in Murcia has internet. What are the famous
Murcia towns.
pretty towns? Because you go to Andalusia, there are millions.
In the interior, you have Caravaca de la
Cieza.
Cruz. Cieza, it has its own. I mean,
That's very polite for Ricote. Well, that's the valley.
Cieza is the Machu Picchu of Murcia.
That's a big claim. People are now googling. Oh, that sounds amazing, and then they'll go, oh, that's no. Well, we have a visit pending to the Valle de Ricote.
Yes.
Which looks
Valle
like,
de Ricote has its beauty.
like a Moroccan oasis.
Come with me, and I will. You will understand what I mean.
So yeah. Well, we are not in Murcia today. Always people working with vineyards.
Yecla is well known for wood furniture.
Is that a typo? Good furniture or wooden furniture?
Wood.
Okay, cool. That's the ones. Oh yeah, poor Ercan, bloody Brexit. Fingers crossed, man. Jesus Christ. The peach trees bloom in Cieza is beautiful. Yeah, you see the famous Machu Picchu peach trees.
Peach trees blown in Cieza is beautiful. Yeah.
So we're not drinking wine from Yecla today.
No.
We couldn't
What
be
are
further
we talking
away.
about Yecla? Oh, because of the price.
Because of the price, yeah.
Well, no, we are drinking a completely different region. We are back to Catalonia, to Priorat, which is actually the most prestigious wine region of Catalonia. Catalonia has 10 wine regions, am I right?
And 11 if you include Cava.
11
I
if you
suppose we
include
can.
Cava.
I think we
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12 if you
12
include
if
Cava.
you drink Cava.
If you drink 12 if you drink Clava. If you drink vodka, 46.
Cava. So this is one of the most prestigious one for one reason. two of the denominaciones de origen of Spain have been awarded for their historical heritage, quality, blah blah blah, for all those things that you can imagine. Rioja and Priorat, they are known as denominaciones de origen calificadas.
So they're sort of the top of the pyramid almost.
Yes. And Priorat is one of those. It's very small, it's not very productive, but it's very prestigious. Actually, two or three of the best wines of this country come
And
from,
of the world from there.
come from Priorat. So
Take an
today
Hipoteca from
is
the
a
bank.
very special tasting.
Because we were able to get one in the box.
Yes. Because on the other hand, they're a little bit expensive. But,
Yeah. We'll talk about that a bit more later. First things first, before we talk about the winery, get your tasting sheets out because we're drinking this one. What a cool, funky label. L'Interrogant.
Yes.
So, Rocky, get your tasting sheet and let's have a drink.
Yeah, well, so, first things first, wine. L'Interrogant.
Happy
Cheers.
Sunday.
Smells good.
It's really yummy.
Vintage.
So, 2019.
2019.
So it's now a two-year-old wine. It's really funny because 2020 did not exist as a year in my head. I keep thinking, oh, 2019, it's Vino Joven. Oh no, wait, no, it's 2 years now. Oh my god, okay, yeah.
Grapes.
Well, there are 3 grapes, but really 2 main grapes: Garnacha, on very old vine Garnacha, and Carignana, which we'll talk about later. There's a little sprinkling of Cabernet Sauvignon here as well.
Remember, Priorat is a land of blends. Normally,
Lamo blends, yeah. I think the only non-blend we had was a 100% Syrah from these guys. Every other Priorat has been a blend beer. Yeah.
and the important ones are blends.
The good ones are blends.
And alcohol content.
I think it's about 15, yeah, you're welcome.
15, beware.
De nada, chicos. Oh, it looks like 13 back to front, it's 15.
Drink with precaution.
Always take precautions.
Producer.
Well, Klos 93, Klos 93, I don't know if their name's on here. Yeah, right at the top there. When we finish the kata, I will talk a bit about the project because I love this project. We have a video from them as well. We love these guys. So I'll talk about why it's called Klos 93 later, but Klos, C-L-O-S, and then the number 93.
And region, Priorat.
Priorat.
Denominación de origen calificada. So that's why you will see in the label qualificada here in Catalan.
Qualificada.
In Catalan. But yeah, they are qualified.
So nice.
Rioja and Priorat.
And anything else?
Let's go for the color.
It's so pretty.
It's dark.
It's dark, but it's not too dark. But it has
It's full body.
that color that sits. You know, it sort of sits. The color sits on
Yes.
the glass. I imagine that will be the Carignana, which is quite a dark grape. But it's a really pretty color. Remember,
It's
this is
very
not,
inky.
not an old wine, is it? It's you know,
So
pinky,
it has this
inky.
purple.
It's a really soft color. I can't describe it. It just looks soft. There's no teeth in it, so let's have a smell. It's so lovely. It's by the way, if you have this wine, tell us what you can smell. I can smell like warm rose bushes, dark plums, a lovely
It's beautiful.
rocky mineral aspect to it as well.
What I get here,
It's so light,
it's
so
very
appealing.
mineral.
Very mineral, yeah.
But that's like a common characteristics in the Priorat
Yeah.
wines, right?
In Spain,
It must
the-
be for the soil.
It's the soil. So, of course, should I talk about the soil now? Maybe it's a good idea to talk about now.
Give us a.
It's a really good soil. Anyway, I need a girlfriend. But yeah, the soil. When you have.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. When you have.
Yes,
these,
I do as well.
you need one, or you need me to have one.
I need you to have one.
So there are a couple of areas in Spain which have often these very slaty or rocky granitic soils.
Your parents as well.
Yeah, they're probably worrying. So a lot of the Galician red wines with Mencía and a lot of the Priorat and sometimes Monsant wines give a lovely, like a minerally rocky earthiness, stoniness to them, which is that we throw this word mineral around, which one of my wine teachers once said he hates that word, but it smells like you've crushed some fruit over a hot stone. It's hard to describe, but it definitely has that. But yeah, and I think that there's a florality and the fruits. Oh man.
It's very oily. Sounds.
Antonio Carrao.
Which things will you expect in a quality wine of Priorato?
Kind of what we were saying. There's a real depth of flavour. Priorat wines are very deep, not necessarily heavy like a Ribera, but they're deep. They're profound.
They have nice astringents.
Yeah, and like Eva said, oily. They're very kind of quite big wines. Oh, it's my,
They tend to be like big wines.
I haven't drank yet.
Mineral. Some people would say,
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
"Do you need a girlfriend?"
Oh, it's so good though. That's really good. I haven't had this wine for a long time, and I kind of forgot about it. Oh, it's so good.
Actually, we have also brought different Prioratos these last weeks into the shop. One of them, they share a lot of characteristics.
Yeah.
And it's this big, serious red wine. You know, it's one of the main ones.
It's got a kick, hasn't it? I think the Carignana gives it that dry use of the astringent dry punch.
Yep.
God, that's lovely. So the palate, big, full, but not too dry and heavy, like a Ribera, for example. Just freaking sexy. Great, I agree. Really, really, really good. Deepness, I note that. Yeah, Antonio, deepness, profundidad, alcohólica. Oh God, yeah.
Please.
I've been looking forward to this. I went to badminton today,
Oh,
so
really?
I'm probably going to be drunk in one glass.
Well, what do you think about the pairing of this one? Of course.
That's interesting because it is big, but it's not too strong, so it could go with a lot of things.
Yes, this is another very versatile wine. You can pair it with big meals, big steaks, barbecues, but also with stews and nice foie.
I think my dad would like this wine. I never thought about, because my dad likes Ribera, Rioja, Toro, big ones. But I never thought to give him Priorat, and I was speaking to them earlier, and maybe we'll try and visit this when we can.
I've never met someone, a wine lover, disappointed by Priorat.
Wow. Ojo.
Oh,
Ojo, eh? There are some like Priorat wines that are cheap, and they're not the ones you want. I think, really, if it's under 10 euros,
it's dangerous.
It's
It's dangerous. But as is dangerous any prestigious or expensive region under 10 euros.
but there are good Riojas.
Ribera is dangerous under 10.
Ribera is, but Riojas, there's some good ones for cheap.
Yes.
But Priorat, we've tried some ones.
But the competence in Rioja is not the
That's true.
competence
That's true.
in these other regions. So,
By the
it
way,
is weird.
Ruben,
I'm
if you're
tasting
watching,
chocolate truffles. No, it's not weird.
it's not weird. You're weird, Craig.
You're weird.
But that's
but
not weird.
That's not weird.
We love you, Craig. Craig's a wonderful drunk.
Temperature 17,
Yeah.
17 with perfect. And the price?
I think it's about 15.
15.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Steel. Bargain.
15. And this is one of the most affordable
Such
Priorat
a
we
bargain.
have.
We also have, I know it's not the place, because we're talking about Clos, but we have the new Priorat from Juan Gil.
Yes, the
It's
Nicaragua
so
blueberry.
good.
It's so good.
It's like this, but even bigger. It's very good. So yeah, come and try our Priorat.
What, do you know what Klaus means?
This guy. Of course I do.
Okay, what is a Klaus?
Well, do you want me to talk about the name? And
Yes.
why? Okay, Clos 93 is probably the most perfectly thought out name for a bodega we've had. Clos, it were these enclosed spaces, usually behind the homes in this area where they used to produce the wine, which is where these guys started. So like, I don't know what Clos is in Spanish, but it's like an enclosed space where they used to make the wine. Not a bodega, the people would be making them.
I'm gonna put some light in all this confusion, in all this mess. Clos means cercado. It's
Cercado.
cercado. It's a closed area.
Ah, so yeah,
It's an area that has been closed by a
right.
fence.
that's what I said.
This is what you said, but you didn't know the word cercado.
I did not know the word cercado. So any English people there, now you're more confused. Hang on, what is a cercado? So it's un cercado.
Un cercado.
Okay. Do you know where the numbers come from?
The number, it can be the year.
Don't make it up.
It can be centimeters.
Oranges.
Oranges.
Uh, the 9 and the 3. The 9 in Catalan is nou, N-O-U, which can also mean new. So because in 2008 when these guys started, they were like the modern new kids, they thought new 9. 3, because there's 3 friends. Ruben Sabate, who is the enologist, he's the guy who you'll see him on the video, such a lovely guy. You've got Pepo Garcia, who's the viticultor, and Josep Sabate, who's the manager. Josep. So it's 3 friends. Also, there's a beautiful fun fact. 93, because these guys were the 93rd bodega registered in Priorat. Synergy. Such a well thought out name. But yeah, so it's a Cercado Clos 93.
Perfect. Do you know how big is the production of Priorat?
Whoa. Before we do that, we should show them the video. No?
That's a good idea.
Because it's a really good one. He's in the field.
Well, let's watch it.
Muy buenas amigos, soy Rubén Sabaté, enólogo y propietario de Clos 93 de Ocu Priorat. Este es nuestro pueblo, el Lloar, aquí lo tenéis. Y miren qué paisaje más bonito. Aquí, como veis, los viñedos, todo se trabaja de forma manual. Y esto es nuestra característica más peculiar, el paisaje. Bienvenidos a Clos 93. Esta es nuestra pequeña y humilde bodega. ¿Ves? Aquí tenemos los depósitos. Todo lo hacemos manual. Aquí tiene la super herramienta con la cual hacemos el batonnage durante las fermentaciones. Y aquí pueden ver nuestra sala de cata y barricas, donde el vino reposa durante mínimo 1 año. Barricas de roble francés. Las paredes son de piedra, donde aguanta la humedad y la temperatura. Y estos son nuestros vinos. Aquí los tienen. Algunos premios recibidos también durante estos años. Y aquí tenéis uno de nuestros vinos y el cual disponéis en la web. L'Interrogant, Garnacha Cariñena y un poquito de Cabernet. Este vino tiene 1 año de barrica, 1 año de crianza. Normalmente hacemos entre 6 y 8.000 botellas, dependiendo de la añada. Estas últimas añadas hay menos cantidad porque, como todos sabéis, han sido, añadas de poca producción, vamos a llamarle así. Entonces, todavía más exclusivos. Es un vino fresco, afrutado. Con ello queremos potenciar la parte más amable del Priorat, ¿vale? Vinos para más rotación, para poder beber más a diario, no tener que esperar una ocasión especial. En cuanto a calidad-precio, te puedes permitir pues consumir este vino y no tener que esperar en una comida importante o una celebración, sino que para el día a día va muy bien. Pues nada, amigos, un saludo desde la bodega Clos 93 y esperamos que podáis venir pronto a visitarnos. Estaremos encantados de recibiros.
And sorry.
We're back. 3, 2, 1, back.
Here we are.
That was Ruben.
Thank you, Ruben.
It's so sweet.
Thank you very much.
It's such a cute little
Yes,
tiny
it's like a nice
project.
cave. A
Yeah.
beautiful cave.
What I like is the cave
Fun
has,
is so
has that rocky cave
Yes.
vibe.
it's magical.
Yeah.
I love wine caves.
I really want to visit these guys.
I find them very erotic.
Okay. So, before we get too far in, now, what do you want to start with? The zone, the grapes, the soil? Maybe we should start with the zone.
Okay, it's a good.
Give some
good,
context of Priorat.
Well, here I have the
classic
beautiful
Mr. Madrid map.
And
So
here we
small,
are. It's
so
a very small region.
It's like a pimple on Spain.
Yes, it's surrounded of other. Oh, I have another interesting map here. it's surrounded by Monsanto. So Priorat is like I've always said, is a fried egg.
The fried egg of wine.
Monsanto and Priorat is a fried egg. So the white thing will be the Monsanto area, and Priorat is the heart of the region.
And you kids, if you can see the map on the far left-hand side near the bottom, you'll see one that says El Lloar, and that's where these guys are. So they're right.
Yeah, because the region is divided in 12 wine-producing areas that are linked to the towns that belong to the wine region, that are in the wine region, and each zone is supposed it has its own geographical, environmental, climatical. Yeah, the terroir. It's a different terroir. Wow, it's very big. That
we'll let them go with that.
But
Very French idea.
Very French. Very French. Yes.
Very Catalan.
Yes. Well, of course, it has a very Mediterranean influence, and the weather is very temperate and dry. But there's a very dry summer, which is not that common in the Monsanto area, which is a little bit more rainy.
A bit wetter, yeah.
So the thing is that the rain is lower in this area, which is more struggling for the vines.
Yeah, man, this area, I mean, it's tough. It's tough for
It's
the
tough,
grapes.
yeah. And well, the authorized varieties are the main one is the red Garnacha, Cariñena, and Samsó. But they are authorized as well, Garnacha Peluda,
The hairy one. The hairy Garnacha.
Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Tempranillo, Pinot Noir, Merlot, Syrah, and Picapol.
Picapol. What I don't know is if most of those are mostly in minority grapes, I think. Although we had 100% Syrah, so I don't know.
Yeah. There are also whites like Garnacha Blanca, Macabeo, Pedro Ximénez, Moscatel de Alejandría, Moscatel de Granada,
Moscatel. It's always
Pansal,
hiding there, isn't it?
Picapol Blanco,
Picapol Blanco.
and Chenin. Or Chenin.
Chenin Blanc.
Chenin Blanc.
Bonjour, ma Chenin.
You have whites, you have reds, you have rosés, and you have rancios as well. Vino rancio and sweet wine from this area.
We had
very
had a Priorat sweet wine. Do you remember? We bought it from Alfredo the very first time. Small bottle, incredibly impressive.
I don't remember
It was,
that.
oh god, it was like Ermita de Santa Ermita. It was really expensive but amazing. It was like a sweet, I think it was a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, I remember that. Very expensive.
Yeah, like 18.
Rare semi-sweet or sweet wine.
They make 200 bottles. That was astonishing.
Something like that, yeah. This is the land. They have a super long tradition in wine. It comes from the Middle Ages. The monks is the area. Let me show you. What is there? It's here. No, it's not here.
What have you done?
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Shut up.
Ah, there you go. No? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Right.
And this is a typical landscape of this area. Do you see those terraces?
Terraces.
Terraces.
Or sometimes weirdly.
Terraces.
So I read today sometimes the locals call them
Terrazas?
costeres as well, like, which is
Yeah,
weird.
you told me they are called costeros here.
Does that mean like ribera in Spanish?
Coster
like
means
riverbank?
ribera. Coster del Segre, Ribera del Segre.
So,
El
it's
Segre
like
is the river.
The banks of Priorat or something.
So-
So this is really important, this bit. So Priorat, very quick history lesson, was very important. It's an old denominación de origen, so it's not like a new fangled wine region, but
Look at that dry soil.
look at that dry soil. So this region kind of
It's
died.
drier than your heart.
Thanks. Leave that one up there. It kind of died. Oh, that's a very good one. Put that one up. So it kind of died. It's a very hard land to work, as you can see. It's dry, it's arid, the soil is poor and rocky. In the kind of mid to late 80s, certain people, for example, Alvaro Palacios, who's a bit of a hero, they started moving back in because they found all these really gnarly old bush vines. Bush vines means, as you can see in the photo, vines that are standing alone as opposed to trellises of lines of vines. And so what you have on this photo is you can see the slate soil. This is the key thing about Priorat. Yicorella, this Licorella, I don't know how you say it in Catalan. Licorella is a very poor soil, decomposed. You can see some lines there below. This is the village of El Lluar.
Yeah.
You can see the lines. The soil is very, very poor. It's made of decomposed slate and shale. And the key thing is it has a very high level of mica, which is a mineral.
Yeah,
So
mica.
actually it sparkles in the sun, but also it's very absorbent. So it's very useful for the hot days. But the vines, to get through this hard, dead soil to go down to the water, have to work really hard, which is why you get these very intense wines. It's such a cute town. Oh, the photo's gone. I was enjoying that.
Well,
so it's a very unique...
May I finish?
I'm trying to teach these people.
The production of Priorat
No, no one
is
cares.
the production of Priorat is not very big. 3.5 million liters of wine last
That it?
2019. That's all. That's why.
That's expensive. Yeah.
But we will talk about that later.
3.5 million?
3.5 million. Do you know which percentage goes abroad and which one remains in the country?
Now, that is an interesting question because I know there's a big market for wines like that in the USA, in London. So I'm going to make a bold guess. I'm going to say 65% or more, 65 to 70% international.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it?
65.
Is it really?
Of course, you are cheating. You saw this data.
I actually didn't. I'm genuinely a freaking wine genius.
65% international.
Is it actually?
35% national.
This is why I'm a qualified person. Come and do tastings here. I do know things. I'm so happy with myself. I need to get a girlfriend. But yes, so that makes sense because you don't see Priorat here. And because in Spain, I think we're used to spending less money for good wine.
Yeah.
The locals are like, and also in
It's
Madrid.
a very international. It is very small, and a lot of wine goes abroad. So only 35% remains here.
I don't want to create a polemic, although polemic sells.
You're a very polemic
I'm
person.
a controversy with legs. What would you say when we talk about how easy it is to sell wines from Catalonia in Madrid?
You know the answer.
No.
It is very difficult. Actually,
Without tourists.
we are very disappointed because people from not everybody,
everyone.
not everyone, but a lot of people here refuse to buy wines from Catalonia, and
Which is a big
because
mistake.
of politics,
It's a big
and
mistake.
which is a big mistake.
No.
First of all, the grapes don't vote.
I like that. Grapes don't vote.
And
And winemakers don't care. They're trying to make nice wines.
when you refuse to buy a wine from a region of Spain because of politics, you are not really doing something really wise.
And you don't really...
You are losing the chance of you are losing really good wine, and you are not helping people, designers or the cork makers, or
Yeah, and
a
the-
lot of people that is involved
the person
in
who
the
made the
creation
cork
of a wine
is from
that is
Extremadura.
not from
Yeah.
from Catalonia. So please don't be stupid and drink good wine.
Also, if you don't buy Catalan wine because of politics, you don't really like wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking to you out there. Yeah, Catalan wines are so good. It's a shame. But anyway. I
But
mentioned
unfortunately,
the
that's the reality. That's the real thing. That's a fact. We don't sell as much wine from Catalonia than from other regions.
Although
of
recently
Spain.
we've been, I think,
Yeah,
a
I
bit
think
confident
we are-
and we're
yes.
getting more in there.
Because we have pushed some of our customers, recurring customers,
Yeah.
to try those wines, and they have
Because
realized,
we know that they are interested to try wine.
try
Doesn't
this
matter where it's
wine,
from,
you
yeah.
will like it. And
The Juan Gil, the new one. Okay,
Yes.
yes, it's a novel, but we've sold almost 12 bottles in about 2 weeks. It's, you know. Now, a quick word about one grape, Mazuelo, Samso, choose your name. In this one, we've got Cariñena. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into a big speech about the grape because we've got Garnachas and Casa, but it is worth mentioning this grape quickly because here it's called Cariñena. If you're in Rioja, it's called Mazuelo. If you're in France, where the majority of the plantings are, it's called Carignan, which you find in the south quite a lot. But the other local name is Samso. Now, this is a grape Oh, fun fact, Mazuelo is because it's named after a pueblo. I wrote it down, called Mazuelo de Muño in Burgos.
It comes from there.
No. It probably comes from somewhere in Aragon. I've got the numbers here. In 2008, there were only 15,150 hectares planted in Spain, which is not a lot at all. 6,510 were in Catalonia. So Cariñena, even though it's named after a town in Aragon called Cariñena, really the sort of the main bulk of it, and even though it's from Aragon, you find some there, you find a lot of it in Catalonia. And Priorat, Montsant, they use a lot of Cariñena. But if you go into Rioja, it is one of the official permitted varieties for the Rioja red wines, and it's called Mazuelo. So it's quite a dark, inky, punchy wine, which is really nice to blend with that juicy, boozy, friendly Garnacha. So yeah, they're kind of ideal blending partners.
Well, do we have questions?
We have a question. We've hinted to twice already, from a Spanish lady with the most Spanish name I've ever heard. Maria Carmen Prado. Ooh, Prado.
Mari Carmen.
Maria Carmen.
Prado.
If you're watching, hello. Hola, Maria Carmen.
Hello.
So she says, ¿Por qué es tan caro Priorato? Why is Priorat so expensive?
Well, we have
Because it's good. That's
give
it.
you a lot of clues
Yeah.
for that answer.
They make 5 bottles a year, basically.
Very good quality, very small production, very well renowned in the wine world. A lot of international marketing here.
Yeah. But do you reckon do you think it's very well marketed abroad, or it's just that people know it's famous and they buy it? Or do you think they're actively marketing abroad?
I think they do a good job. It's in the L'Ermita, for example.
Yeah.
It's very well.
And what's it called? Scala Dei.
Scala Dei is very well marketed outside.
I actually had a wine on.
And they are very expensive.
We had a wine on when I did my qualification a couple of years ago in London, and we drank Les Terrasses.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
And that was about £35. It was amazing. Have you got the book there with the L'Ermita?
I have here. This is the catalog or the book of the list, the wine list of one of our providers, distributors, and it's specialized in wines from here.
They've got a lot of Catalan wines and a lot of Priorat.
And it's here, Priorat. Here, P. Of course. Shut up.
While you look, another reason Priorat's expensive is you've got a lot of very small wineries. So this bottle is one of 6,417, and so small producers always.
We have here
as well.
Álvaro Palacios L'Ermita.
Jesus, what?
Can be up to 18,000 euros per bottle.
Can we order one? Can we?
Well, that's the 18 liters.
Okay, that doesn't count. How much
But the normal one is 800 euros.
quid.
800 euros.
What about these ones? Are they big?
These are yes,
Still, that's-
big formats. But also we have Les Aubaguetes Dauphi, can be up to
£600.
can be £100. Les Terrasses.
How much is this Terrasses here? That's the one I had. It should be about.
But we have
20?
here
20.
Collita, for example, is another one. Negre de Negres. Yeah, Les Cousines.
But these are wines that will probably.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
Transcend
super
your-
expensive wines, but the reasons are that very good quality, very small production, very big demand all over the world, and that's all the ingredients for the price tragedy.
Kevin agrees with us. Kevin agrees that these people are very narrow-minded who don't buy wine.
Yeah.
Eva, can you tell us more about the coming experience in Jumilla? Is it coming?
Well, as soon as they release the beast.
Release the beasts.
We are gonna make a weekend wine experience in Jumilla. We're gonna visit 2 wineries. We will leave Madrid early Saturday morning. We will be visiting the first winery by midday, so we can have lunch there, visit the winery, and have a nice chill out.
Yeah, like a chill
Real-
aperitif
yes.
lunch thing.
Then we will move to a beautiful, very exclusive. How do
Come
you
on.
say?
Come on. What's it in Spanish?
Agroturismo.
Oh, Jesus. Agro-tourism.
Like
Countryside tourism.
countryside house where
Yeah.
we'll
Like
spend,
it's like a private...
but very
countryside
very
villa.
fancy, very luxurious.
And we have our own chef.
Yes, we are going to have our own chef, our own dinner, paired with wines from Jumilla. The next day, we are going to visit another winery, another super exclusive lunch there, and then back to Madrid. So for
And then-
those
and
living
then
in
a
Madrid,
diet.
some other people from the queue, Eva, from Murcia can join us there in Madrid. Indirectly
Join
in
us there in
Jumilla.
Madrid.
In Jumilla, and that's the idea of the experience. But we need to be free here in Madrid, free there in Jumilla.
It's all ready to go. So
It's
just waiting for the
waiting
the
for
start gun.
for the situation to allow us.
Not
Enoturismo.
enoturismo, but not enoturismo. Enoturismo is like a winery. This is like
This is Casa Rural.
Casa
Una Casa
Rural,
Rural, but
gastronomico.
more like a little ranch there.
like a finca privada.
Yeah.
David, quick question: can you guys still ship to the UK? So we can.
Okay, yes, that happens to Erkan as
Erkan,
well,
yeah.
and we are super disappointed. The thing is that we can deliver, and we do all the stuff, all the paperwork. That I tell you, it's easier to obtain the UK nationality than shipping, than making all the paperwork. But we do it. The thing is that for I don't know which reason, all this the shipments are stuck in the customs for sometimes
It's a delay.
yes, it's
So
a delay
We don't understand why.
because we have had people that have suffered this delay, but they finally have received the
Yeah.
boxes, which is fine. But
But the problem is, our machine says 6 days, and it is. But when it gets to customs,
it is stuck there.
sometimes it gets stuck, and we don't know. We can't do anything. So we can, but don't order anything with a rush. I need it next week.
It's not our fault. I mean, we can't do anything. It's stuck in customs. I don't know which is the situation there. We do our best because everything is very clear. They request to fill some forms.
Yeah.
We have to put the bill.
Your favorite color.
Even the papers of our company
Yeah.
have to be included in the papers. I mean, it's something like it's. You voted.
But you know what?
You voted.
Brexit was great. We got our country back.
Okay.
Morons. Anyway, does anyone else have any non-Brexit related questions? If you've got any other questions, this is great. Oh, Dad, this wine
Okay.
is priced. Hang on, wait. My dad, this wine is priced at about £20. This is £20 in London. You can find it in London. Dad, buy it. It's €15 here. That's good. You can buy it. I'm going to tell Ruben.
It's not bad at all.
Mr. Darracott, Dad, tell me where you found it. Yeah, Erkan, we agree. Politics, everyone's favourite game.
Yeah, but Erkan, I have good news for you. We have people that have received the boxes, so you will get your wine sooner or later. I'm so sorry this situation, but we cannot do anything. We have called UPS, and
I
they
talked
say-
to the Queen,
Really,
and she was like,
What-
"I'm sorry, I have no power here."
what did she say?
Well, she invited me to tea,
Okay.
and I said, "Back off, yeah. You're married."
I mean, UPS told us. I mean, it's bureaucracy now. It's a new bureaucracy, so.
God, I love this wine so much. If there's any more questions about the wine, I mean, we're not in a rush, so we haven't got the
Yes, we have
toque
been.
de queda. We're more
The
relaxed.
Toque de Queda has been extended 1 more hour, but it's a weird 1 more hour because actually
It's a stupid 1 more hour.
Yeah.
So we could close
restaurants
at 11,
can be open until 11,
but I have to be at home.
and at 11 at 1
11.
you have to be in bed, sleep.
It's stupid. Sleeping, watching Netflix. It doesn't make any sense. So tomorrow we could leave at 11 because we can be like, huh.
Yeah.
But if your nephew was here, he would have to leave.
Because what happens tomorrow here? We have a private tasting of
Priorat!
Priorat. We're gonna have a very special private tasting here in the shop with some friends of Priorat wines.
My Japanese teacher this week, he said, "Do you want class Tuesday morning?" or Thursday morning? And I said, maybe Thursday morning. I was like, why? Tuesday, are you not free? Oh, I'm free. But I don't want to do Japanese classes. But yeah.
But if you don't have any more questions, we are gonna say goodbye.
When's the next tasting?
It's Wednesday. The next tasting is Wednesday.
Is it my favorite wine of the box? Is it the
Yes.
I mean, my favorite, apart from all of the other wines we've had, my joint favorite, my favorite white wine of the box, I should say.
Here.
Mi querido Arosa.
Martin Kodak's Arosa. So put this bottle in the fridge immediately.
So for those of you like my dad who are at home, try and get your hands on, for what you can spend, try and get the nicest Albarino possible.
Yeah.
All I will say is, I finished a tasting, I came upstairs. No, I came in for my afternoon shift, sorry, and Roque had a glass of wine with a serviette over it. And he was like with a big smile on his face, just smell this wine. And I just went, oh. And then I went, oh my God. And you said, I knew you'd like it. And then you showed me the bottle and I was like, and you went, we'll put it in the box. I was like, yes!
Yeah, this is a very special deal we had with Martin Kodak. This is a quite expensive wine, but they really want to collaborate with us to be in the box.
How many times have I told my story
Yes.
that my love of wine started with these guys, and they're like, it's just bad.
Yeah. But you had always had this problem that Martin Kodak's is like everywhere. Every wine shop has a Martin Kodak's, which is fine. I mean, it's
a good wine.
It's a good wine. It's not. It's obviously it's natural. You should be everywhere, but sometimes we don't want to, replicate what
You
others
don't need
say.
us to find that wine.
And we discovered these plot wines they have. And
You did. I didn't know.
And Martin Kodak's Arosa was like.
And can I just say, spoilers, it's the best video we've been sent. It's amazing.
Yes, we have a very special video for that day. So that would be on Wednesday at 9 again. Let's not change the time of these tastings.
Okay,
we will change the times for probably March.
Okay, so
box.
we'll stay at 9 for
We
this.
stay for not confusing people.
Can we go and drink the rest of this now?
Yeah. So thank you very much for being there once again.
One day more.
One day more. And well, I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a nice start of the week.